Hello everyone, welcome to Jets TV. Please comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos as well, folks. I want to thank everyone who does watch and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. So without further ado, folks, NFL is here. It's time to talk about football. But before we talk about Week 12, before we get there, I want to talk about my recap for Week 11. I made some picks there, even though the Jets weren't playing, didn't matter. I continued on. I picked the three teams, to win throughout this week. So I want to talk about that week. I want to talk about Week 11. I want to talk about what I picked. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First game I covered, Bucks at Giants. Man, took the Giants in this football game. Got myself a W, all right? Giants beat the Bucks 38-35. Whew. Giants just kept it moving, man. Did just enough. Took the game away. Shout out to Giants fans. You guys got yourselves a W. I took the Giants as well, so I got myself a W as well. Next game I covered, Eagles at Saints. Took the Eagles in this football game. Got myself a loss, man. Got myself an L. Saints beat the Eagles 48-7. Drew Brees I had to scratch my head. He was just bombing. Like, Drew Brees did his thing, absolutely went off. Shout out to Saints fans. You guys got yourselves a W. I took the Eagles, so I got myself an L. Last but not least, the last game of the week, the Monday night game, Chiefs at Rams. Whew. What a game. I mean, this game was absolutely crazy, man. I took the Rams in this football game, and I got myself a W, all right? Rams beat the Chiefs 54-51. It was a nutty game. I mean, everything you could think of that could happen, happened. Defensive scores. I mean, offensively, they were moving the ball up and down the field. It was just absolutely nuts. It was just a game to watch, a game for the ages. So shout out to Rams fans. You guys got yourselves a W. I took the Rams as well. I got myself a W as well. So now it's time to get into it. All right. It's time to talk about football we have coming up this week. It's time to give you my Week 12 picks, man. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to talk about the NFL, what we got coming up. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First game I want to cover for Week 12, Seahawks at Panthers. Whew, man, let me tell you something. Seahawks are coming into this football game. First thing I'm thinking, you've got to protect Russell Wilson. You've got to do it. This Panthers defense will absolutely get after you. They've got to stand stout up front. They have to give this guy chances. You've got to find Lockett as well out there. Lockett has really turned into a weapon. He was a guy that coming into the NFL I thought had great ability, and he's really shown that. Man, he's a speedster. You get the football in his hands, and he will make plays. But I think the bigger question for me is on the Seattle Seahawks defense. Like, hey, can you guys corral Cam Newton? Can you guys get on top of him? Can you guys slow him down and stop him? We all know that Cam, ferocious. This guy, he's a very solid quarterback in this league, but they also use him in different type of ways. He running plays, all types of stuff they have him do. He's a big guy. He can take a pounding. He can give guys shots too because he's so big and so physical as a quarterback. And I think the Seattle Seahawks defense is going to have to get after him and find ways to stop him and not let that stuff happen. Wrap him up and bring him to the ground. You can't have him out there breaking your tackles and finding ways to continue to move down the football field using his feet. You go to the Panther side of the football. First question I have is, can this offense get going through the air? We all know McCaffrey, the running game with the Panthers, is very solid. That dude is absolutely doing his thing out there. He also, is a very solid receiving threat too. But what about the wide receivers? Funches not going to be playing in this football game. Hey, can the guy, DJ Moore? I keep hearing about this kid. Let's see him get the ball a bit more. Let's see him get more targets, especially with Funches being out. But you also got to look at the situation. The guys like Samuels have also got to step up too out there. So we want to see these guys really start to mature, especially with Olsen out there, still doing his thing at tight end. But hey, these wide receivers got to step up, especially with Funches being gone. So with all that said, I am taking the Panthers to win this football game 24-20. 24-20, I'm taking the Panthers. I think they do just enough and get the job done. So, again, I am taking the Panthers to win that game. Next game I want to cover, Browns at Bengals. Ooh, man, listen. What a matchup. Okay, these guys can't stand each other, and I'm ready to get into it. I want to start with the Browns side of the football first. This defense is stout, very solid. They do their thing. My question for the Browns in this football game is the offense. Mayfield, You know, we know they got Landry out there receiving target, but I want to see more Callaway and Higgins as well. These are two wide receivers that are kind of coming around, especially Callaway. These guys are talented. I want to see more out of them. I want to see them produce in this football game, especially against this Bengals defense, where I think they'll have some favorable matchups. You've got to put it together out there. They've got to be able to score points because I think the Browns defense is going to be able to do some things in this football game. You go to the Bengals side of the game, one of the reasons why I think the Browns will have a bit of an easier time with the Bengals this time around is A.J. Green is not going to be playing in this football game. He's not. All right, now look, Andy Dalton is Andy Dalton, okay? He's very up and down. You start banging this guy around, you start making him think twice, you start making him, clutch and kind of hold the football before he makes a decision. Good things will happen for you. Okay, good things will happen for you. And the Bengals have to kind of negate some of that stuff offensively. They got to put some stuff together to get the ball out of Andy's hands quickly. Two guys that I'm really looking at for the Bengals offenses. John Ross is one of the guys I'm looking at, and Tyler Boyd as well. These two guys, especially with AJ out, they've got to really step up and start to take away those targets, get open, and give Andy some targets to throw to out there. Boyd is a guy that's really stepped up this season and played pretty well, but I want to see a bit more out of John Ross. So with that said, I am taking the Browns to win this football game 21-13. 21-13, I'm taking the Browns. I know people are going to think I'm crazy. I'm calling an upset right now. I know a lot of people are not taking the Browns, but I'm taking the Browns, especially with AJ out. I know the Bengals are definitely going to mix in a lot of Joe Mixon. We'll probably see a lot of that, but I think the Browns will be able to shut that down. So, again, I am taking the Browns to win that football game. And last but not least, the best game of the week. My favorite game, your favorite game. The Jets game, baby. Patriots at Jets. Man, listen. I'm not going to pull any punches here, all right? Todd Bowles should be fired, but he's still here. We're definitely going to probably clean staff after this. A season's done. But we're coming into this game, and I'm already shaking my head. Sam Darnold still dealing with that foot injury. He's not going to be playing, so McCown's going to be our starter. Then you look at the other part of the offense, the offensive line. What are the other injuries that could be out there? Boom, you got an injury amongst the offensive line because Carpenter is not going to be playing. So now your left guard's gone. It's like, man, what is going on out here? That can hurt us tremendously because of the issues that we had with protections this season. Now you're telling me, our starting left guard is going to be on. Who's going to fill in? Are they going to put Dozier at left guard? Are they going to put Spencer Long at left guard and leave Harrison as our center? I mean, who knows? The big question for me coming into this game isn't just like our offense, but it's just our offensive game plan. I'm wondering about Jeremy Bates. Like, he's been terrible this entire season. He's just been absolutely awful, and I'm just tired of him. I want to see what kind of game plan he puts together because the Patriots are coming off of a loss. They're also coming off of a bye. They're not going to be playing any games with us. They're not joking whatsoever. They can't stand us. I know they want to knock us out. I know they want to blow us away. And you have to be, prepared and ready, even though this Patriots defense isn't like something monstrous. They don't come with a bunch of guys and they have an elite passer. They don't have all that, but they're very bend but don't break. And they're very well coached and they're very well schemed. And they can target some stuff that can really put McCown in hot water if they do get some guys that are back there. They can force a lot of air and stuff. You look at the Jets defense, the first thing I'm saying is, hey, you look at this Patriots offense, they're loaded. They got guys. Tom Brady is Tom Brady. But you got Gordon out there. You got Edelman. Hogan's a guy they like to mix in there as well. Gronk looks like he will play. I heard he said he was good to go, so he's probably going to be going. Their backs are very solid. James White, very good guy coming out the backfield. They've got guys out there that can catch the football and really get ghosted. And the first thing I'm thinking is, okay, how are we going to handle these guys in coverage? You look at it again, a big injury once again. Marcus May, he's not going to be playing in this football game. Wow, so now Terrence Brooks steps in there, but we miss a guy that has solid coverage ability because Adams, as great as he is as a safety, he's not as great in coverage as May is. And again, this is another game where I'm looking at May and I'm saying, man, we really need you on this football field because this was supposed to be the year that you take the next step. He's missed, quite a bit of time because of injury. So, the Jets defense has really got to step it up. We've got to get after Brady. You got to put some type of pressure on him. Either with our front four, I think if you bring a lot of blitzes, we're going to get toasted. I think our offense is going to really be hurting, especially Robbie is also dealing with the injury too, with his ankle. He's a guy that just takes the top off the defense. If he's dealing with that injury, he's not going to take the top off the defense here because it's going to really limit his ability. So, with all that said, I'm not going to pull any punches here. I'm not going to, I'm a positive guy, but it is what it is. I am taking the Patriots in this football game. I'm taking the Patriots to beat the Jets 34-3. 34-3, I'm sorry. It is what it is. I'm not going to pull any punches here. I know a lot of Jets fans are just down. They're frustrated. But, hey, think about it this way. We are one game closer to firing Todd Bowles. All right, one game closer. As far as I'm concerned, things need to change, and they will change this offseason. But I'm sorry. We are not going to beat this Patriots team, not currently as we are now. So, with all that said, guys, please comment, rate, subscribe, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also, share the videos as well. I want to thank everyone that does watch and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Sit down. It's NFL. It's time to enjoy the times with your family. Have pizza. Have your favorite beverage. And just have good times. That's what it's all about. So, thank you guys for watching. Peace.